Hello to you all, how are you today? We're going to do a dragon meditation as it is the Chinese astrological year of the dragon. And at the moment there is a comet flying around our heavens. So I'd like you just to settle yourself down and start to relax. Start to relax the muscles on your head, checking for any tension around your eyes and your scalp, and letting that tension go. Now move your consciousness down to your neck and your shoulders and your arms, all the way down to your fingers, relaxing, checking for any tension and letting that tension go. Now we move down the trunk of your body, your chest, your back, your waist and your stomach muscles, checking for any tension and letting that tension go. Now at the creases in your thighs, your glutes, your knees, your shins, calves and ankles, right down to your little tipsy toes, checking for any tension and loosening that muscle. Nobody wants anything from you at this moment. And nobody needs anything from you at this moment. I'm going to give you 2 stones to hold now. An angel or a quartz to help raise your vibration, and a soothing green moonstone to relax and calm you. So take these stones now and hold them in your hands. Feel the weight of them as I give them to you. And breathe out. Nobody wants anything from you at this moment, and nobody needs anything from you at this moment. Relax and relax. And now I want you to imagine that you are on a riverbank somewhere in China. It is dark and there are trees around and you can hear the trickling of water. You root yourself in, grounding yourself by imagining roots growing out of your body and down past your hips and knees, down through the ground, pushing downwards and downwards and downwards until they root into a crystal vein underneath you. Whatever colour you are seeing in that crystal vein will be right for you at this moment. And then you sit yourself down. You survey your surroundings as we draw the Seihei Ki into you. We now draw the Tibetan Daikumyo, the master symbol. Daikumyo, Daikumyo, Daikumyo. We draw the distance healing symbol, the Honsha Tse Sho In. Honsha Tse Sho In. And finally we draw the choke ray to activate power into all of these Reiki symbols. As the energy of that crystal you rooted into starts rising up your root system, it enters your feet, travels up your legs to the root, swirling around it, opening it up as it travels up to the sacral, swirling around it and opening it up as it travels to the solar, swirling around it and opening it up to the heart, swirling around it and opening it up to the throat, swirling around it and opening it up to the third eye, which it swirls around, opening it up, and to the top of your crown, which it swirls around, opening up that crown, and then that energy spills out of the top of your head and flows down around you like a fountain, to be drawn up through your feet again and up your center line and out of the top of your head in a perpetual motion of this crystal's particular qualities of protection and regeneration. So the energy forms a Vesica Pisces around you. Imagine yourself right in the center, and that energy continuing and continuing and continuing. Take a breath in and breathe out what the symbols are removing from you. As you sit yourself down at the side of this river, and you look up into the sky above you, and you see, close to Andromeda and near Jupiter, a little green smudge in the sky. This is the Devil's Comet. It twinkles, it shimmers, and you realize that it is getting larger and larger and larger. It is actually a dragon, hurtling towards you from the heavens. And as this dragon flies in, this is black kyanite, and we're going to cleanse your aura with it as you watch as the green streaks across the sky, heading closer and closer. The wonder you feel, perhaps you even feel a little terrified, but don't worry, this is a benevolent dragon. As you look up and are lulled by the rush of the water, you hear a little a cough. Somebody is trying to get your attention. You turn towards the sound, searching the undergrowth, and then you see a giant baobab tree. And you see a figure underneath. It is the laughing Buddha. This is made out of blue goldstone, this lovely gentleman. He laughs, ha ha, ho ho, he says to you, ha ha, ho ho, he. Come a little closer, child, he says. And you sit down in front of him as he starts to tell you about the dragons you're seeing. Just going to clear your energy some more as he speaks to you. The Buddha takes your attention to the river in front of you, and he points a little bit upstream, and you can see rocks with a hole. This is the Heaven's Gate, he tells you. He tells you that when the koi carp jump upstream through this gateway, they turn into dragons. Little baby dragons to go out and spread their healing into the world, their manifestation techniques, their benevolence, their love, but also sometimes their fury, especially if they are not respected. He points upwards again, and you see the green dragon's light coming ever so closer, and you can just make out that beautiful, tentative shape of a dragon. He's getting ever so closer and closer. Buddha asks you to think about the things you wish to remove in your life and state your intentions. As you state your intentions, he draws in the Tibetan Daikunyo with peridot and green kyanite wand. He draws in the chakra, and he draws in a symbol called Mara for grounding in those wishes and abundance. Now, tune in to the energy and the flow of the water, keeping your eyes on the green dragon hurtling through the atmosphere to you. You follow and you look at it as it dives into the river, and immediately sparks of green light illuminate the water, and the koi carp swimming upstream to the Heaven's Gate, where the energy of the dragon touches the carps. They glisten and shine a beautiful green. The magic is within them of transformation. And you watch the fish start to jump through the little hole in the rocks, which is a real place in China. And as they jump through, they lengthen and change into these long serpent-type type figures. This is yellow jade with a hint of green. It is an antique from China. The fish elongate and continue to swim upstream in dragon form. These are your intentions, Buddha says to you. These are your wishes of benevolence, of abundance, of love, of cleansing, of patience, whatever it is you wished for. Hundreds and hundreds of them dive through the heaven's gate. And then they emerge out of the water, flying and circling and playing in the air, coming back to you. What do they look like? Have they got pointed faces? Have they got square faces? Do they have bodies like Western dragons? Many and different variations of these beings exist. Some of them shine of different colours, others shimmer like shells, especially the oceanic dragons. One of them is very curious and comes to play with you, swirling around, dancing, laughing, playing, breathing vapours over you of different colours. You stand there, holding your palms out, feeling the energies and the playfulness of this dragon as we emerge with the dragon ball for you, aligned to the different elements with different layers carved from one piece. This Japanese puzzle ball rotates as the dragon flies around you. It might even fly through you. It has a cleansing aspect. The different colours that it breathes out emit different healings and cleansings. And you can look these colours up afterwards with colour therapy in your browser. Dragon continues to twist and turn and coil around you. And then finally, when he has finished, he moves in behind you, towering over you, and breathes down through your crown his benevolent breath. The Buddha draws the daikumiyo. Printing it into your aura. He stands up, he moves behind you. He draws the Tibetan fire serpent all down your chakras, helping to raise any kundalini if it is appropriate. He then draws a double chakra for extra power, and imprints the distance healing symbol, the Honsha Tse Shoten. Now state your intentions again, you are told, as you feel your dragon behind you, enveloping you in the wings and offering you a giant pearl in the process for you to take and to put into your body wherever it is appropriate. You look back at the water as the koi carp still jumping through the heaven's gate, sending all of those wishes, those love intentions and peaceful intentions and cleansing intentions and manifesting intentions out into the world as they begin their lives as fully fledged baby dragons. Now, the giant green dragon emerges from the water. He goes to the Buddha and envelops himself around the Buddha, snaking and protecting, coiling, enveloping. This is actually a meteorite, which would have probably streaked across the sky, and this one landed in Kazakhstan around the year 1250, and the great Khans galloping across the plains. It is made of nickel and steel. It elevates and grounds at the same time. And then the green dragon makes its way over to you. It touches its third eye to yours, making a connection. And then off it goes, up into the skies, making its way back to the heavens, becoming that beautiful green streak and smudge in the air again as you watch it disappear. You hear a little growl next to you, and a poof of vapor hits your cheek. Your baby dragon wants attention now. This is your spirit friend, your playful spirit friend to grow along with your own spirituality. You can name your friend or ask it for its name. And then your dragon slithers back into the river to play. The Buddha beckons you over, inviting you to sit down and ground. All your dreams will come true, he says, in the universe's own good time. So don't despair if it doesn't happen immediately. You are where you are meant to be, and your wishes will be granted in the universe's correct timing for you. He tells you it may be that you have to struggle through for a little bit, but use your little baby dragon to cleanse you. Teach it how to blow the vapors down. Ask it to use certain colors and grow with your new friends. Buddha places hands into Gasho, and you find yourself doing the same. He says to you, just for today, do not worry. Just for today, do not anger. Be kind to all living beings, doing your work honestly, respecting elders and teachers. He places his hands on your shoulders, grounding your energy in, and then he takes the 2 stones, lifting them out of your hands. There, he says, sit here for as long as you need and come back whenever you wish to, now that you know the way. I will always be here under the Bodhi tree. And you now turn and face the river, still visualizing all these carp jumping up through the heaven's gate, becoming grown-up dragons. You take a breath in and you breathe down to your feet as the Buddha draws the Raku into you for grounding, the double lightning strike. And you start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and let the scene of the riverbank fade away. So, I'm not sure how long you will be able to see the green smudge of the Devil's Comet. But you can use this meditation for any comet or any time you wish to connect with dragons and set some intentions for manifestation and abundance. So I'm going to start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bye-bye now.